Hi everyone, long time no see, really sorry about that, and welcome to my new subscribers. I got a lot of new subscribers after that last video that I posted on acephobia, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. Thank you for subscribing, thank you everyone for subscribing. This video is long overdue to the point that so much has happened that I don't even know where to start with this video. Those of you who have been following this channel for a while may remember a video that I made back in 2013 about my decision to never come out to my mom, who is a minister. And then in February 2014, I was outed thanks to fucking YouTube recommending one of my videos to my mom, who then proceeded to watch all 20-something videos that were on this channel at the time. Yeah, you can imagine how disastrous that was. Well, it's been almost a year and a half since that happened, and so much has happened and yet hasn't. And yeah, I can't recount everything that's happened, so I'm just going to give you guys the highlights of the past year and a half between me and my mom. At some point somewhere I read that acceptance and understanding happens in stages when you come out to someone, and let's just say that my mom has been moving through those stages at an extremely slow pace, and at different paces for different things. When it comes to my sexuality, i.e. being a panromantic, biromantic, asexual, my mom has just recently, as in within the past couple of months, started to show signs of quasi-acceptance. But when it comes to my gender, there has been like literally no progress. Well, almost no progress at all. For months after being outed, it was as if the conversation that we had never even happened. Neither of us brought up the subject, and it was a very intense and stressful time for me because my mom isn't the type of person to let anything go. She's very persistent, very aggressive about things. And so during the months that we absolutely didn't talk about it and we're pretending nothing happened, it was as if there was a ticking bomb waiting to explode between us, because I knew that at some time, any time, the topic would be brought up and fireworks would fly. Eventually, one of us did bring it up. I don't remember which of us it was. And that began months of alternating between normal conversations and really hurtful exchanges and arguments. And that was Yuki scratching himself in his cage behind the camera. For months and months and months, it felt like there was no progress being made whatsoever, and at times it still feels that way. In between our conversations where the world was fine and nothing was happening and yeah, whatever, we'd have conversations, we'd have exchanges, we'd have arguments, and the next time we talked, it was as if what was said previously never even happened. She'd ignore everything, conveniently forget everything. She was in denial, is still in denial, and she'd say the most hurtful things, she'd misgender me over and over, and every time I tried to educate her about my sexuality or gender, it was me forcing my opinion on her and disregarding her feelings. She repeatedly and still acts as if every time I try to push something on her, like pronouns or the accepting that, I may never get married, or if I do, it's not going to be the way she expects it to be. She acts like it's a personal attack against her. Whenever I try to explain something, she desperately tries to explain it away some other kind of way. She desperately tries to find something to point the finger at, to blame for the reason that I am the way that I am. And more often than not, it was herself that she'd point the finger at. She'd blame something that she did in the past, something that she didn't do in the past. She'd blame the divorce that my parents had when I was young. She'd point fingers at every single thing when, you know, really there is nothing to point the finger at. And I just can't get that through to her. One day she even outed me to my little sister as being ace. And she did it really, like, deliberately. She did it, and then she stayed in the background to listen to how I dealt with it, how I responded to my sister. She listened in, and she totally wanted to see how I would handle the situation, and totally didn't get the gravity of what she just done in outing me to my sister. And then when my sister took my mom's side in disagreeing with my sexuality, that it's against God's will, she was so smug and so happy about it. I was so pissed. Fast forward several months to last month. My mom is a Christian minister. She is very devout. And I, on the other hand, am not religious at all. Zero, not religious, no interest in religion whatsoever. My mom messaged me out of nowhere, quoting me biblical verses about eunuchs and how eunuchs somehow make asexuality okay, and I'm just like, what? So eventually we catch up with each other over a video chat, and she's talking about these eunuchs in the Bible and how, you know, eunuchs are in the Bible and that somehow makes asexuality okay in the eyes of God. And I'm just like, Mom, eunuchs, I didn't even know what that was. I had to research it. I might not be pronouncing it right now. Eunuchs have nothing to do with asexuality. They are not the same thing. You're misunderstanding. And I don't understand you or this Bible thing, but yeah. But anyways, the point is that here she was, the same mom that told me over a year ago that Christianity saw asexuality as a sin because, you know, it's wrong in the eyes of God. And here she is throwing Bible verses at me to show me that, hey, asexuality is actually okay. I'm actually kind of okay with how you are because of this. And even though she still obviously does not understand what asexuality is, here she is trying to make an effort and trying to relate to my sexuality in the best way that she knows how, and that's through her religion, the most important thing to her. And yeah, I'm trying to be really positive about this and be really happy because she's trying, and that means a lot. I mean, I'm so appreciative of that because I never thought we'd get to this stage, but she still doesn't understand. She doesn't understand, and I'm at this point where, like, I don't know, do I keep pushing the subject, do I keep trying to make her better understand, or do I just go with it and be happy that she's in this place that she's in, and I don't know, but it's progress, right? But wait, that's not all. There's still my romantic orientation after all, the fact that I am panromantic, biromantic, and I could potentially be in a relationship with someone of the same gender, sex, similar gender, sex. Mom is not going to be okay with that. And she's intentionally not thinking about that. And there's still my gender identity, which she is still very, very firmly in the denial stage about. She, not just denial, flat out rejection of my gender identity. Even now, nearly a year and a half later, me and my mom still continue to have heated exchanges sometimes, to the point that I have almost hung up on her multiple times. And I will give her some credit. She has used more gender-neutral language during one conversation in the past 2 months. In other words, she said that I'm her child instead of her daughter, but that was a one-off case. She still continues to misgender me and disrespect my feelings, and when I try to point out that I don't like what she's saying or that she could say something a different way, she gets all defensive and acts as if I'm disregarding her feelings. And when I actually tell her, flat out tell her that what she just said hurt me, she acts as if I'm being silly. Like, why would what she said hurt me? And I explain why, and she's still like, you're being silly. What? There's nothing wrong with that. It says on your birth certificate this, that. And there's a complete disregard for, the feelings that I'm having, because apparently they're not valid and they're silly. And yeah, she pushes the issue so hard sometimes. She pushes her own beliefs sometimes. I just can't deal. And actually, I just recently booked tickets to visit home for the first time in 2 years during Christmas vacation. And I told my mom flat out, look, I'm coming to Vegas, but if you're going to continue to act like this, I don't know if I can be around you. And she was really hurt when I said that, but I meant every single word of it. And we're still at odds about how Christmas is actually going to go, because she refuses to change anything, and I'm just like, I can't deal with shit sometimes. So yeah, I don't know how the holidays are gonna go. And you know what? This past February, I actually finally told her, flat out, that when I get a chance, I am going to legally change my name. And you should have seen her reaction to that. It was priceless. Priceless. I wish I'd taken a screen cap or something of it, because, oh my god. It was as if the past year and a half, the conversations that we've had, all of it, was just me being silly, having some quarter-life crisis that I was bound to get over eventually. But the second I mentioned an actual legal name change, it became real for her. I'm fucking 30, but even though I'm 30, everything that I'd said was silly and something that wasn't going to actually happen and wasn't going to actually amount to anything until that very moment. And yeah, it hit her really hard that I said I'm going to change my name legally. I posted part of a conversation about it that we had on Tumblr, and if you don't follow me on Tumblr, you really should check the link in the description, because I'm way more active on Tumblr than I am on YouTube. And if you followed me on Tumblr, you may have caught other snippets of conversations between me and my mom over the past year. But the name change, she took that serious. But you know what? Even now, 16 months after coming out to her, and even after telling her that I'm legally going to change my name, she still hasn't asked me what name I've chosen. She still doesn't know my name. And that, I think, hurts the most right now, possibly, that's how much she wants to wash her hands of my gender identity if she could. She doesn't even want to know what I would prefer to be called. It doesn't matter to her. She has flat out said that she will never call me anything else but the name that she gave me, and she will never use anything but she, her pronouns. And yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm trying to be patient, but it's difficult. Very difficult. When you go through life and no one recognizes your name except a certain circle of people that you're out to and stuff, you at least want your mom to call you by the right name, but she won't even do that. And she may never do that, because right now there's no sign that she's ever going to get past this rejection denial stage that she's in. And yeah, that's upsetting. At present, my mom is the only member of my family that I am fully out to, and right now I really seriously can't envision coming out to anyone else in my family, because my family is huge, and every single one of my family members will take my coming out as bad as my mom, if not worse, and with not a single person in my corner to back me right now. I can't deal with that much negativity. I'd rather just estrange myself from my family, which is essentially what I have done, than to face them and come out to them. And when I get the name change done, eventually I guess I will have to tell my dad about it, and I'm not looking forward to that either, because he's not going to take it well at all. He's completely in the dark about everything, by the way. Everything. We don't even talk. And yeah, nearly a year and a half now and counting. How much longer am I going to have to estrange myself from my family? How much longer am I going to have to continue to be patient? 3, 5, 10 years, forever? I don't know. Trying my best to be patient. Trying. I mean, it's not like shit's not happening in my family, and okay, I won't go down that road. I went down that road in my old videos. You should watch those, or maybe not, because I really hate my old videos. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. I've been coming out to more people, actually not family members, old friends, new friends, and that's been going well, but that's maybe a different video. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and now a little cameo from Yuki. Here's camera shy. Yuki, say hi. He was the one making background noise a little while ago. Why are you licking my finger? Yep, say hi. And he was making all kinds of noise while I was shooting this and made me have to retake it multiple times, so here he is, getting his little limelight. Yep, say hi, Yuki. Yep. Say bye, Yuki. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. He doesn't like the light being on because he's nocturnal, so he's very shy and cranky right now. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.